Okay, so here we're going to look at a situation where we want to use the laser joint feature, but we have some kind of an awkward shape. And so we'll start by making our thickness variable set to 3.23, since it wasn't specified otherwise, and then we will go ahead and make a sketch. And so we're just going to make a really awkward, let me switch to the other side, make a really awkward kind of outline. So something that looks like this. And let's say we want to turn this into a box. Okay, so we'll extrude this to the thickness. Alright, and so there we have it. And then we're going to make a sketch on the bottom face. Okay, and now we run into some trouble pretty quick here, because if we want to make a rectangle, we can only draw it like up or down or like to the side like that, and that's not what we want to do here. Fortunately, Onshape has added this brand new feature, which is an aligned rectangle. Otherwise, we'd have to go through and manually draw these rectangles by hand, like this, which is a major frustration and challenge. Okay, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to use this feature here, the aligned rectangle. Okay, and we just click here and here, and then we drag it out like that. Okay, and we can do that. We don't want to do it for every single one. We want to kind of skip every other wall as we work on this, kind of like that. And then this one right here. Okay, and so this is the process we're going to take. Well, we are going to run into an issue here, though. If you look at this corner here and this corner here, when we have these kind of I guess like really large angles greater than 180 degrees, we run into an issue where if we were to draw an additional rectangle here, they're not going to overlap on that corner. We won't be able to get the laser joint there. And so the way that we approach that is that in those cases, so we have it here and here, I'm going to go ahead and redraw those rectangles. And so we'll just go like this. We'll start it at this corner, and we're going to snap it to that edge. We're going to go a little further. Okay? And we'll do the same thing with this one because we have the same type of corner there. Alright, so we're going to follow this over, and we'll pull it up and away. Okay? And so now we've done that for both of those. We'll go ahead and set all these edges to be equal. Actually, let me select them all first. So select all these edges. We're going to set those to be equal. We'll set them to be our thickness. Okay, and now we have to kind of constrain these edges, and so the way we're going to do this is we're going to pull it so that this top corner lines up with the edge of the other one. So we'll set this to be the thickness variable. And so, yep, so it's going to pull it just a little bit past, so it's going to, the corners are going to align with each other. We'll do the same thing with this one. So we'll set the top corner and this dimension here. We'll do the same thing. We'll set that equal to the thickness variable, and that's going to give us enough overlap to do a laser joint. Okay, so we're going to extrude now, and remember we want to go through the face that we just started on. We'll make these new parts. Let's have them go to 70. Okay, so nice tall box there. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and add in the other faces. And if you have an odd number, you'll have to do this in 3 steps instead of 2. But we'll go ahead and make our sketch on this surface. And so we'll start right here, this corner to that corner, and pull it out. For this one, we have one of those kind of large corners, so we're going to have to go past that point. And we'll pull it up like that. Okay, and we'll go back and fix it later. Add one right here to right here. Okay. And then from here, we'll go past that edge. Okay, so we'll set these all to be equal. And we'll set that dimension to be the thickness. Okay, and now we've got these two unconstrained ones, and so we'll do the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to find the one that goes out the furthest and set the dimension between that and here to be equal to our thickness. And what that does is it gives us that nice overlap. And so you can see they kind of overlap each other there. Do the same thing here. So this top corner to that edge right there. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and extrude those. We'll switch them the other way. It's a new extrude, which is good. We'll set it to go up to one of these top edges. And now we've got this kind of random shaped little house looking thing. So now we're going to do our laser joints. And so we'll go to automatic. And we're just going to select as many parts as we can. Alright, I think I got everything. Did I not? Yep, I got part 9 on there. So it's just processing. Now we didn't add a lid to it, so we'll go back and add a lid right now. It doesn't show that part 9 is selected, but it is. So what we'll do is we'll drag this up, and we'll go ahead and do a sketch on the top here. And I'm just going to hide everything, okay, and make sketch 1 visible. And we're going to select use. And we're just going to use all the faces of sketch 1 here, so I don't have to try to redraw this thing. And there you go. And so now I'm going to hide sketch 1. I'll make all the parts visible again. We will extrude, and we want to overlap, so we'll switch the direction. We'll change it to be equal to the thickness. Okay, we'll add that to our laser joint. Add part 10 here. Okay, I think we got it. So yeah, it looks like we got them on all the faces. So we're good to go. If we kind of hide this lid right here, we can look inside and see how it did on those kind of really large angles there. And so you can see they had enough overlap and did okay. We can look at the bottom, and nothing too crazy on the bottom there. Alright, and so with that we are done, and we'll go ahead and do our auto layout so we can see it. Set it to thickness, set it to 900, 600, and you could set the spacing to whatever. Okay, and now we have all of our parts here for our oddly shaped box. Okay.